All right, I'm just gonna get started. Is this too loud? Okay. I'm gonna be quick. I only had a 5-minute presentation slot, so we'll be out of here very soon. Oh, sorry. Okay. So as Becky said, I'm Brittany Black with the County of Simcoe in their tourism department. We often refer to ourselves as Tourism Simcoe County, and we market ourselves as Experience Simcoe County, as you see here. Basically, our role is to attract people to the region. We want them to stay longer, we want them to spend more money, and we want to entice them to come again. So it's a lot of promotion and marketing of tourism assets, agritourism being one of them. And we do a little bit of what Kim Clark's presentation was all about, the experience development phase. That's also part of our role. So we get you ready, we get you market ready, so to speak, even if you're not at that stage yet. Okay, so our mandate technically is to promote Simcoe County as a first-class destination and to support Simcoe County operators by providing safe experiences while providing leadership to tourism partners throughout Simcoe County. So basically, we are here to help you. And it doesn't cost anything to work with us. So if you even just have a question, call us or email us. So we have 3 portfolios that we concentrate mostly around. We have a huge outdoor recreation base here in Simcoe County, as you all know. Our cycling programs, our paddling programs, motorcycle, snowmobiling, our ski resorts. So we do focus a lot of our attention to that portfolio. We also focus on our arts, culture, and heritage. Lots of different programs around that, mostly our heritage sites. We do focus on galleries and Doors Open, for example, is one of the events coming up. Little things like that, and our special events as well in each community. And last but not least, agritourism, and I actually happen to be responsible for the agritourism portfolio. So any and all questions, or if you want to work with us, which we hope you do, just reach out to me directly. My contact information is at the end of the presentation. So a little bit about the agritourism portfolio specifically. We've sort of broken it into 3 different pillars within, just to make it a little bit more easier for the consumer to find stuff on our website, easier for you to understand what we can do for you and where our limitations might be. If you don't see what your farm is preparing to do or wants to do on this list, still reach out to us. It doesn't mean that we won't work with you and we won't implement it next year, for example. So fun on the farm, petting zoos, you pick, hay rides, horseback riding, corn mazes, boo barns, farm stays, and flower fields are all sort of under that category. Then we have a Made in Simcoe County pillar, and under there we focus on our craft beverage products, honey, maple syrup, our artisan foods, our preserves, farm stores, and even roadside stands are looped in there. And then we focus on our farm events as well. So if you're hosting any sort of event on your farm, if you've got your permits and your fire code and your building code, everything up to phase, then please reach out to us. We would be happy to market that for you at no cost. So I actually came today with a little bit of a portfolio. They're available over at the desk. I think I brought 60 of them, so there should be enough for everybody. Inside here is our agritourism toolkit. What that is, we created that a few years ago, and it's basically step-by-step on what you need to do or prepare yourself on opening and operating an agritourism business. So a lot of what Kim Clark's presentation was, the first presentation we saw, and a lot of what everyone else kind of hit on and covered, it's not specific to Severn Township because we do have the 18-member municipalities that we work with, and everyone's bylaws are a little bit different. But it will give you a little bit of a basis on the steps to take in each direction. So please pick up one of those on the way out. So a little bit about what we're focusing on this year. So under our Made in Simcoe category, we're doing a little bit of research and development. We always look at what other destinations are doing. So Prince Edward County, we look at Niagara Falls, Toronto, and then we even look at northern communities as well. And just to make sure we're thinking at the same pace as they are. If they have come up with anything innovative, we might try to incorporate something similar. And then stakeholder consultation. So reaching out to businesses like yourselves, on-farm experiences, going to help them with their business, or even existing ones that have been around forever, to say, oh, have you thought about this? Would you maybe consider doing this instead? Just to help them develop new things. And then we've worked on a huge craft beverage strategy this year. We actually have 27 craft beverage producers here in Simcoe County presently. So and this actually came from the operators themselves. We've gathered the last couple of years. They pushed for us to do something with craft beverage. So we did a 3-year plan. We just finished it. It actually goes to council shortly in April. So once that's approved, it'll be live, but we're implementing that plan right now, which is very cool. A lot of on-farm activities around that. And then a ton of marketing and promotion. So this is basically what I do day in, day out. We're working with the Culinary Tourism Alliance and Destination Ontario on the Do Something Delicious campaign, incorporating a lot of those made in Simcoe products. Photo and video continuously throughout the year. I actually have 2 photo shoots tomorrow and Thursday. Digital ad campaigns and influencer campaigns. So we're constantly doing new things, and that's just made in Simcoe. So as you can see, we do a lot. Fun on the farm, we're doing similar, as you can see above. Research and development, same sort of thing. Stakeholder consultation, marketing and promotion. We've got photo, video lined up, social media campaign. A Fun on the Farm guidebook is coming this year. Last year, this is also in your portfolio. We had a map last year, so this is a full map, but we're changing it to a guidebook, so we will be expanding our listings. We've just noticed the map isn't really doing us justice for our consumer, because so many farms are now doing so many things. They're not just a roadside stand category. They're not just a farm store, and they might have kid activities on site. So we're changing it up a little bit for next year. And we also have our barn quilts map in there as well, so we do that as well. And this year we are actually working on our barn quilts. We have 163 of them throughout the county. It was one of the federal grant programs with the 150th birthday. And we've kept expanding that program. And now this year what we're doing is linking similar barn quilts with different experiences of the Fun on the Farm and Made in Simcoe categories. So for example, taking a maple leaf barn quilt and incorporating it with maple syrup producers and anything made like Canadian-ish sort of thing. So if there's a guy that makes charcuterie boards out of Canadian lumber, we'll put him on the itinerary. So it's not necessarily experience developed for a specific operator, but we even layer products to build a bigger experience for the visitor, even if it is just a simple road trip. And lastly, we do a lot of admin and facilitation as well. We do have an agritourism working group. Becky Breeden actually sits on the working group. We do have a lot of operators as well. If this is something that interests you and you want to get involved in, please reach out. We are always looking to expand. And getting those different perspectives, sharing ideas, that sort of thing. And then we are Bee City certified as well, so working with the honey producers, having our little checklists every year and expanding year over year. So that's just a nutshell of what we're doing this year, and it does change year over year, but just an idea of how you could potentially work with us. So we do have a website. We have 150,000 visitors as of last year anyway. And we do, under our agritourism categories, as you can see, we have U-Pick, Fun on the Farm, Made in Simcoe, roadside stands, barn quilts, farmers markets, and farm stores all listed. So please definitely take a look. It's experience.simcoe.ca. If your business isn't listed and you are market ready, please reach out and we'll get you listed. And that goes for the farm map as well, which will be the guide next year. We also do blog features and event listings. So again, if you have an event, even if it's small scale, farmers market, anything like that, that does qualify and we will list you. And then we do blog features as well. So we see what producers are on our website, and we will create our own blog material based on unique and new experiences. Social media, we have 16.6 thousand followers on Instagram now and 10,000 followers on Facebook. And again, we feature our blogs all the time, and that material just keeps growing. And then newsletter. We have a consumer-facing newsletter as well and a industry newsletter. So if there's anything that you also want to get out to industry or to consumers, again, we are here to partner with you. All right, a few other programs, sorry, I'm going to try to speed it up, that we have. We have a distribution program. These programs here are paid. Everything else that I've talked about is free, and you can reach out to us at no cost. These ones do have a little bit of a cost associated, but I'll explain why. So we distribute our brochures and maps to 34 racks around Simcoe County. Those are in accommodations, some attractions, and information centers. So if you have a brochure that you would like to get out, it's a $250 fee, and we ask you for 3,000 pieces, and we will distribute that for you. Another program that we have is Environics Analytics. What we did this year, this is a little bit mind-blowing, what we did this year, we geo-fenced, which is, it's going to be hard for me to explain, but I'm going to try my best. We put basically an invisible fence around 12 different agritourism properties, and we worked with this company that can take mobile data from the users and people visiting those farms, and then they tell us where those people live based on the postal codes from their mobile data, and they profile them for us. So they create these profiles like young families, for example, or country mature couples. And they will not only tell us where they live, so we know now on Facebook how to geo-target them, but they also tell us the way that they consume media. So we might say, oh, the country mature couples, actually they're on Facebook only, not Instagram. So here we go, Facebook or newspaper ads only. So we actually just ran this data, and it is available to the public. So if you are interested, I can send you the profile. This could take a 30-minute presentation at least on its own. So please reach out to me, and I'm happy to send that slide deck. But we will be having bigger toolkits built out and creating more and more. We'll be geofencing more locations each year so that those profiles just keep updated. And if you're interested in getting your single property geofenced and finding out exactly who's coming to your farm, we can do that too. There is a $700 operator fee for that as well, though. So that's the only portion. However, the data that I do have, we did try our best to do a very fair. We chose operators and different sorts of agritourism, so we don't have just one specific fun on the farm sort of operator. We were very generous in who we chose. So anyway, reach out to me for those. And then barn quilt program. So with our barn quilt program, we still have the option of creating a barn quilt if you would like. It's a buy-in program now. We basically pay for the installation of the barn quilt, and we ask that you pay for the cost of the paint and the aloe panels that are required to paint on. But we give you all of the instructions on where to go buy them, what color paints we use, and we can even coordinate the consultation with an artist and all of that as well. So if anyone is interested, that's something that we can help out with. All right, last but not least, we do have a Simcoe County Tourism Development Fund. It's a $400,000 envelope. It is open for nonprofits and municipalities. If you are a private operator, we have had operators work together to create an association. We have had operators work with their local chamber, BIAs, with their municipalities to sort of work on a development together. And anyway, this is a $10,000 maximum, and $20,000 or 20% contribution must come from the applicant. Unfortunately, this is closed for the year. It closed on Valentine's Day on the 14th. But we usually have it open at the beginning of every year from January-ish, mid-January to mid-February. And the funding streams are for marketing, trails, infrastructure, signage, sports bidding, public art and beautification, workforce development, and research. So keep that in mind for next year if you're thinking about any of those things. And that is it for me. Does anyone have any questions? No? All right. And there's our website and our handle. If you're on social media and you post anything, if you want to tag us, we will help you build your following. So please tag away.